What is up, gamers? Coming at you with episode 33 of Farms Out. How are we doing today, boys? Glad to have y'all back. Sorry I was not here yesterday. I was not feeling good. I really wanted to record it and I literally could not get out of bed to do so, and yeah, not my finest day. So sorry in advance. We've just been chilling. It's been kind of chill. We're waiting on the next pop to come up for KVK, and then boom, we're straight in. We've been waiting a long time to hop on this next pop. As far as I know, our opponent's gonna be 2377. Which seems like a very formidable opponent. I've got a lot of resources, I've got a lot of speeds, and I'm ready for a lot of fighting. So I'm really excited for this KVK. I'm super hyped, especially with how active we've been on the farms. It's gonna be great. I'm just ridiculously excited. Another thing in my personal life, I am releasing my first poetry project today. Or not today, this month, which is kind of crazy since obviously I do things that are not poetry quite often. But yeah, we have our first, it's like 100 poems or like 98 poems like mashed into like one like book, and it's like its own story and stuff, and it's pretty good. Like, I'm a pretty good poet, so I'm very excited to see that released. Other than that, I've just been chilling, hanging out, you know, working, sleeping. Today I actually completely fixed my sleep schedule. So today I'm going to go to sleep at a normal time, and I'm going to wake up at a normal time, and I will finally be done, and I will be streaming more finally. As a consequence, it only took me, what, 2 weeks to fix my sleep schedule, or like 10 days or something like that. Definitely could have done it faster, could have done better. Not my finest moment, so sorry in advance, but you know, that kind of is what it is. Without further ado, let's get into some of these questions. First question is going to come from P.k.k. Power. He goes, how many points should I go for in Pre-kvk 1, as I've just done Marauders? For Pre-kvk 1, unless you're an absolute mega spender, the amount of points you have really does not matter. I would say for the training event, like, make sure you get the minimum rewards type of scenario. It doesn't really necessarily matter like the amount of points you have on. Just get a certain amount of points depending on what your kingdom is asking for, and then call it a day. And this is what I like to tell you guys, like when it comes to like how often you should be on your farms, or how many gems you should be gathering, or like what kind of goals you should be looking for. Again, like a straight numerical goal, like I can't tell you like a one size fits all goal. You know that you're supposed to go for a certain amount of points as dictated by your kingdom, then that's going to be a pretty good amount. If you don't have that, then the minimums might be a pretty good amount. Maybe if you get top 300 to get a golden sculpture or two, that'd be a pretty good amount, right? At the end of the day, like, you know the concepts, you like gold sculptures, you like making your kingdom happy, you like this, and that. So just do an amount that is proportional to your account's power, right? So again, we don't want to be spending more than like 10 days of speed ups per gold sculpture. But, you know, if we can get more efficient than that, especially if we're double dipping with other events outside of that, then, you know, I see the vision. Right? I see why you would do it. Really, again, this is probably a very unsatisfying answer just because, again, it's very dependent on your account. It's very dependent on what's going on in your kingdom. Next question is going to come from Everett2222. Sub 12, I got banned for 24 hours for using scripts. I play on my iPhone. I don't even think it's possible for me to download scripts. Even if it was, I don't have any. I messaged support. They told me not to do it again. What would you do in this situation? This is a very commonly known bug, sadly. And it happens a lot when you're barb chaining because you're basically doing like abnormal actions, and so the game thinks you're scripting and the game bans you. You can try and message like one of the Lilith moderators and see if they respond in time for you in order to do it, but customer service isn't really going to help you a ton. Another thing you can do is if you have a friend that has the like Julius Caesar customer service that comes on WhatsApp, or like the Charles Martel or something like that, perhaps one of these, if they claim your farms as theirs, they can help you get your stuff through. Again, that's not like a super satisfying answer, but just for the little guys, like that's just like an issue with the game right now. Next question is coming from Sparta Forge J. I'm in KVK 3 now in 3451. A 2-star KD is 35 mil, 140 mil KP. Good to go into KVK 3. I'm a low spender. Yeah, it looks pretty good. If you're entering KVK 3 and you have 35 mil power and 140 mil KP, I think that's better than I was, KP wise. It's not better than I was power wise, but I mean, like, it's not bad. I think you're overall pretty good. You would like to hit T5 either like late KVK 3 or, you know, KVK 4. Kind of looks to be where you're at, so I think you're fine. Next question is coming from Kino5913. I'm in Kingdom 85. We are facing a 1v3 situation in KVK. We are by far the strongest kingdom with many whales. Our strongest alliance is set to fight the second strongest kingdom on its own. Is this a realistic strategy? Lastly, have you had any experience with 3v1 KVKs? What was the outcome in those cases? Sadly, when you say I'm in Kingdom 85, I have no concept of which 85 it is, as there are so many. I would say if you're looking at KVK 1, which is where a 1v3 would make sense, I would say number one, can one alliance beat an entire kingdom? Maybe. But I mean, like, one alliance shouldn't have to really face another kingdom. That's kind of a weird thing that they're asking an entire alliance to do. You guys should generally probably just like focus on one front at a time rather than trying to fight on multiple fronts. Stick all your active guys in one alliance and just go boom, boom, boom. Unless you guys are a really, really advanced kingdom. Like, for example, like 1365, like the JST guys do one thing and you're going to have the INT guys do another thing, right? But I mean, again, like, we're a huge kingdom with a lot of autonomy. Both alliances are not going to have equal amounts of leadership, and you just don't really want to bleed out so much value. In terms of like how many 1v3s I see work, I've seen a few work. I haven't seen a ton of them work, obviously, because like it's difficult to split it, especially because so many people are going to have to sacrifice and not everybody's going to get rewarded for it. And that's the really difficult thing about KvK1. It's possible. I don't know if it's likely or not, just because I haven't really seen your kingdom. I would be more like, if you have more T5 in your kingdom than all the other kingdoms have combined, you should be alright. The last question / comment here is from TJ Mitten. The main role of farms is filling structures, so at least some of them need to be CH25. The main role of farms is getting resources. In higher level kingdoms, like, a lot of farms are used to fill structures, but again, you know, it depends on how powerful your farms are, it depends on how much you're active on them, it depends on how much matchmaking rating they're willing to give up, it depends on a whole lot of stuff. So to like some extent, yes, some of them need to be CH25 because those are good for the kingdoms that need them. But if your kingdom doesn't need them, or your kingdom has a lot already, they're not really going to be looking for like high power farms like that. So again, it's good to be cognizant. I would say it's definitely a kingdom by kingdom basis. Like, be aware of how many farms you're bringing up to CH25. I think CH25 farms are the best for context, but I mean, like, if you're making new ones, if you already have like super old ones, it's probably more chill. But if you have like brand new ones, I would just make sure what your kingdom is looking for before you do anything crazy. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for Farms Out episode 33. I hope you guys have yourselves an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to help support the channel, please consider liking, following, subscribing. Please, we released a video a couple days ago over the new game we're playing. If you guys don't mind giving that a like, a follow, and a comment, that stuff really helps an absolute ton. Most of all, guys, just thank you so much for showing up. If you guys want coaching, remember you guys can go to the Discord in the description below. It's 35 bucks for an on-stream session, 75 bucks for an off-stream session. Y'all with the off-stream sessions have been coming through lately, so if you like that type of stuff, make sure you come through. Now my sleep schedule is fixed. I will be doing more on-streams. Sorry that took some time. Have yourselves an absolute wonderful one, and I'll see y'all next episode.